Oh my gosh, hello. Yes, it is indeed the fabled art stream. It is the one thing that you've been asking for like the longest time. Hi. um, I don't know if the quality is too low. It looks low on my screen. Low key. Actually, if I go closer, it looks better close up. Okay, we're gonna do it that way then. Hi. How's everyone doing? My voice is slightly better today. It's not hoarse. I, you know, I'm not hungry anymore. Can tell the difference? Damn, is it a really big difference? Jesus. But yes, art stream. Wow. Yesterday was worse. I listened back to the VOD yesterday and I was like, oh, I could tell. Oh my gosh. Ew. Not really. I just used your voice. Maybe that's why. I'm glad you're better though. Thank you. It sounds better, but it's not 100% better. Oh shit. Hi. God, I haven't done these in ages. If you were curious about what my art looked like, now you see it. I got a freaking jump scare today, by the way. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell you guys, but like 2 days ago, I killed a beetle in my room. Like it was it was 1 a.m. or like yeah, I think it was like around 1 a.m. And then a beetle came in and I don't know, smacked itself into my monitor, and I was like, oh shit, well, I'm not gonna sleep with that flying around. So I went and grabbed the pesticide and, well, basically sprayed it to death. Yeah, right. Not that it took very long, it kind of died instantly. But I haven't picked up the body. It's still on the floor. And I forgot about it. So this morning when I went to open the curtains, it's just there. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Why? What's with the question marks? Yes, there's a body of a dead beetle on my floor. What about it? Why is it still there? Because I didn't want to pick it up. What do you want from me? I don't like picking up beetles. You let it decompose there? Well, no. I'll just wait for the cleaners to come over and then be like, could you help me pick up this beetle's dead body? My mom's not gonna do it for me. My dad would think I'm stupid and a little bit crazy. I mean, he's not wrong, but like, you know, I'm not gonna do it myself. Oh. So it's just gonna stay there until the cleaners come over. Or, you know, maybe until like I gain the courage to pick it up myself. I don't like picking up beetle bodies, I'm sorry. There was once I killed the beetle with like my hands. Using tissue obviously, but like I heard the crunch and I hate it. I don't want to hear that again. Anyways, uh putting aside the beetle story, how's everyone doing? Did you guys eat? Have you guys eaten lunch? This is a little weird. Not yet. Girl, it's gonna be 2 p.m. What do you mean not yet? Go eat. Was drawing? Yeah, I know. Your drawing is cute. It's so cute. I can't wait for it to be finished. I want to see the finished product so bad. Dinner? And you're gonna skip a meal? You know that's not healthy. Loki thought one of your birds had eaten it by now. You know, if I let them come into my room more often, they probably would. I don't let them in very often. It's like they'll shit all over the place. I'll get a yogurt. Yes, please go get something to eat. I'm not gonna lie, you know, people find me weird for this, but I don't really like yogurt. I told Blue this story before. I went to Japan once with with my family, and well, technically my dad was there for like a business trip, so we just kind of tagged along because it was during the school holidays, and like holy shit, we walked all over the place. Jesus Christ. But you know, I have this thing where I absolutely have to drink milk before I sleep to, you know, be able to sleep. So we had to go to like the convenience store, the konbini, as they call it over there, to get like a packet of milk. Well, I bought two actually, except that it wasn't milk, it was yogurt because everything was in Japanese and we don't know how to read Japanese. And I bought yogurt by mistake and I got the worst like scare of my life. I was like, why is this milk sour? I was like, oh, that's probably not milk then, it's probably yogurt. I was like, oh, never mind. Well, it was the worst night by the way. I did not sleep at all. I think I fell asleep at like 5 a.m. It was horrible. Didn't get to buy one after yesterday, craving it a bit. Why not get it now? Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. I got a yogurt. Congratulations. What flavor? Do you like flavored yogurt? Or do you just get the plain one? Yogurt. I like playing my mother only bought blueberry. What does blueberry yogurt taste like? Does it just taste like blueberries? Who decided to have the bright idea to name blueberries blueberries? They're not even blue. They're not blue. They're purple. How did you know the blueberry tastes like blueberries? I don't know. You know how sometimes strawberry milk tastes like cough syrup? Greek yogurt I love. I've actually never tasted Greek yogurt. My mom likes it though. Sometimes she'll buy it, or she used to. Not so much anymore because like she's working from home. But it used to be her breakfast, and I'm like, okay, well. Every single time we go to the supermarket, you gotta buy like Greek yogurt, I guess. Not for everyone. More sour than regular yogurt. That I probably would not like it. If regular yogurt already gets me like, ugh, then maybe not. Oh, I forgot to watch an ad. Okay, whoop. Okay. Give me a sec. It's more for refined palates. Refine. Alright, boom. I did a little magic. Every single brush is available now. I guess my palette is not refined then. Because I don't like it. I like the Meiji kind of blueberry yogurt growing up. Huh. Meiji. I have expensive taste, so I've heard from a few people. I can tell from your coffee choices. It's okay. I also have expensive taste. I like matcha. I like the good things in life, they so happen to be on the pricier side, right? Like, is it my fault? No. It just so happens that they're a little bit expensive. What can I say? Alright, not to have a refined palate, you can enjoy simpler stuff. Yeah, like milk. Do you know that apparently on the opposite side of the world, people think it's crazy to have milk on its own? Milk? Yes. What? What do you have against milk? I drink milk for fun. What about it? Coffee milk, my love. Like coffee flavored milk? Wouldn't that just be a latte? My guts, apparently. Oh, that's on you. That's just you being lactose intolerant. The one from Meiji specific, not latte. But latte is also, well, technically, okay. Cafe latte is the right way to say it. Sorry, the music's like really freaking loud in my ears. Latte means milk in Italian. Yeah, you know, I saw there was this, I forgot where I read it from, but there was some lady who went to Italy and ordered a latte at like some restaurant, and then they gave her a cup of milk. And she was like, "No, I want a coffee." Like, "Oh, do you mean a cafe latte?" And then apparently that's where she learned that, like, oh, latte just means milk. And like, congratulations, you learned something new. Latte's got more milk than coffee. Coffee milk just half half. So it's milk that tastes like coffee, is what you're trying to say. Is that what it is? Maybe the coffee taste is fake too. It tastes amazing the way it is. Tastes like both, not gonna lie. Oh. Now I crave coffee. Hmm. I mean, you're coming over tomorrow. You can just buy coffee on the way over. Any 7-Eleven or convenience store should have it if y'all want to try. Unfortunately, I don't drink coffee. I don't like the bitterness. I'm sorry. I'm more into like sweet or spicy stuff. Thick. The mall doesn't have the coffee I want. Oof. Oh, is it the specific kind of coffee? It's not bitter at all. Really? Maybe I'll try one day. Ah. Guys, it's times like these where I wish I had an iPad. The specific kind. Ah, I see. Can't explain it well. I just gotta take a leap of faith. Maybe the next time I visit a 7-Eleven. I like your Discord profile pic. Very. I know, right? I wonder who drew it. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. I low key forgot her design for a second. Okay. I wonder, must be a very talented person. Yeah, that person is super talented. You know, every time I look at their art, they always remind me of pudding or like tiramisu, and it makes me want to eat it. But you know, no matter how much I tell them that I love that their art is like really good, they don't believe me. So like, what do I do? Yeah, you know, this is such a modern day problem, but like, you know, do I have to like beat it into their head and be like, no, your art is great? Maybe you should smack them really hard and shove banana cake into their mouth. I mean, getting banana cake is easy. My family likes banana cake. I'm just saying, all we need is just a visit to the doctors. Man, now I want banana cake. Damn it! Ugh, okay. But you know, I'm very picky with my choices of banana cake. It cannot be any random banana cake. It has to be from this one specific brand. Because I don't know, I just like it really, really like it's good. What can I say? I think it's a Japanese brand too. Actually, I'm not sure. What about fruitcake? Fruitcake, as in like the cake you see in those like in cake stores with like a lot of fruits on it, or like the kind with like the multicolored raisins or whatever embedded inside. Not the cake star. Oh, I don't like raisins. That's the problem. If there's no raisins, I'll eat it. I don't like raisins. I'm sorry. No, Girly Pop does not like raisins. My brother will always buy like the sun dried raisin. I forgot what's the brand called, but like, the red box, the very common red box that we'll see in the supermarkets or whatnot. My brother likes that one, and he'll always like every once in a while he'll get like a whole box of it. And I'm like, bro, you buy all this, but you never finish it. What's the point? I sun dried, not moon dried. Columbina hater. Unfortunately, I don't think the moon can dry anything. The heat not there, you know. Oh my god, is that why Columbina is hydro? Sorry, something just clicked in my head. Holy shit. Is that why she's hydro? Because the moon can't dry anything? The moon influences the tides of the sea. Oh yeah, forgot about that part. Whoops. So, this is gonna delve into geography a little bit. How does the tsunami work again? I know it has something to do with earthquakes, but I forgot why the waves go back. Earthquake underwater? But how does it... You know, like one sign to spot a tsunami is if the waves get like really far back and they get higher. How does it... How's it work again? I forgot the turn. Look, my geography was good all the way until like Sec 4. And afterwards it kind of just died. When two places are towards each other. Oh! That one, I remember. Convergence. That's the term. Oh, shit. One is going under is slip, so earthquake. Okay, but why does the wave go back then? The water fills out that missing space causes the water to go back from it. Ah. Wait, so when it stops moving, and does the water just like rush forward, which then causes a tsunami? Is that how it works? Or like when the plates settle? What goes by must come forward again so the water is returned back into a tsunami. Ah, I was refreshing my geography here, guys. I used to get A in geography, man. And then I came to JC, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck my life, I guess. The more the plate drops, the bigger the wave. Oh. Although, technically speaking, I think 7.0 magnitude is like considered dangerous. Like 7.0 and above, right? I think. Very? Hmm. Do you know the earthquake that I experienced over in Taiwan? It was like, I think 5 point something. I don't remember actually. But the locals were so chill about it. It's kind of funny. Are you becoming Geo Mages today, chat? Apparently so. We're gonna talk about all kinds of stuff. We can talk about art. We can talk about geography. We signed this today. Top jock scorer here. Damn. Do you think maybe you could have answered my JC geography questions? I don't remember anything about JC Geog actually. I kind of failed that one. Ha ha ha. Lamau. Anyway, I think I threw it out too after I was done. Almost went JC for jog, but no. Yeah, don't. I almost died. And oh my god, you know, back then, like all the jog, actually, the stream I went to was the art stream, so everything was like essay related, right, or like theory related, and like oh my freaking god, I was just fighting to keep my eyes open the entire time. Like, um, for some reason they always put geography lessons in the freaking morning, and I'm like dying. I'm trying my best to stay awake, but it's not working. To the point where my teachers know that I'm just like I'm just dying. I'm just trying to not sleep and just concentrating all my freaking energy on not sleeping in class, and nothing goes in my brain. Not that it worked, obviously, but I did end up sleeping at some point. You know, literally back then when I was still taking econs, I get so tired and so bored. My friends will literally be like, you know what, just sleep. It's okay. We'll let you know when it's over. I did tourism instead of climate. Did we not have to learn both? I thought we had to learn. Wait, tourism was part of human geography. Was that not like the later parts of? Got A2, A1, A2, and A1. Damn, we got jock scores here today. What the hell? You wanna know how much I got? I got freaking B, bro. Actually, was your job pure jog or was it combined? Maybe different syllabus? For me at least, my school chose between tourism and climate. You could choose? Damn. What the hell? I wanna be able to choose too. Pure. Ah, maybe that's why. I took combined. My pure humanities was was art. I took pure art. Wow. My school didn't offer pure geog. Ah, maybe that's why. I didn't choose. School did for me. What? Why? Pure art salute. Thank you. I survived. It was fun, not gonna lie. And I took art again in JC. It was exactly the same thing, but like, 2 times the workload. Plus the essay writing part. Oh. So my brother and I recommend not to take literature. Oh yeah, maybe you shouldn't. There's a lot of writing. He likes being told that his opinion is wrong. Okay, I don't know about secondary school literature because back then, I don't know. Secondary school literature was not my strong suit, despite the fact that I like to read. The only problem is, I think back then, oh my god, the literature books was just like, ugh. Hello, Razor. Hello, hello. We're talking about humanities. I didn't take literature for like sec 3 and 4, but like sec 1 and 2, I was already dying. It's like, first of all, the books were really freaking boring. I preferred the second book they gave us though, compared to the first one. If I remember, I think the first book they gave us was called The Giver. It was a really freaking boring book in my opinion. That's when I realized, I have a certain type of genre that I like, and if the literature book has nothing to do with it, then I won't be able to read this book because then I'm not interested. So that's why I didn't take literature. And my mom was so confused. She was like, I thought you liked reading books. Like, I did. But not books where I'm being forced to read something where I don't like. But yeah, unless your brother's really good at arguing, I recommend not taking literature. Especially when you have to argue in an essay. It's just a mess to keep up with, to be honest. Yeah. God. I remember that book. What's that called? The Giver? Oh, not that one. I think the whole premise of the book was like how uh so many parts to memorize just for 10 marks. Honestly, it's not really memorizing, it's more of like understanding the story and then like I think writing it down or something. But like the stories are boring. I'm sorry. What books they make us read? I only remember Boy in Striped Pajamas and Lord of the Flies. I think you got the more interesting ones. My school gave us The Giver for the first the first book. I think it was first sem? No, first year, I think. Then I don't remember the second book. Like I don't remember the title, but it was a play. It was basically like a transcript of a play that they made into a book. I don't remember what it's called though. I got holes in Diary of Anne Frank. Yo, Diary of Anne Frank used to be my mom's literature book, man. Anne Frank book was actually really good. I like it. I think it's considered one of the better literature books, to be honest. The Giver was really boring. It was under like this, I think, authoritarian or dictate. I don't know, authoritarian government, and they basically wanted like everyone to follow by the set of rules, except for this one person that basically can ignore the rules, which is called the Giver, right? And then our main protagonist is this boy. I forgot what's his name, but he becomes the the apprentice, disciple, whatever, of the Giver at the time. And basically what the Giver does is looks beyond the rules that this so-called government has set. Like every single person in this society has to take like pills, so it doesn't make them see color or whatnot. So everything's just like black, gray, white. It's basically shades. It's for like equality or whatnot, but like their twisted sense of equality. So once this boy becomes like the apprentice of the Giver, right? He doesn't take the pills because the Giver's like, oh, you don't take the pills. So he starts being able to see color, and the first thing he sees is the apple, and the apple is red, and he got like really shocked about it. Like, what? There's color? Color exists? Yeah, well, something like that. So as he stops taking the pills, right, he starts to see more. Or at least I think that's he stopped taking the pills because the Giver told him to. I don't actually remember. He might have just stopped taking because he thought something was wrong. But he stopped taking it anyway. That's the main point. So he starts to see color, and he starts to see things that he's never seen before. And you know, the story gets exciting towards the end of the book, but he finally tries to leave this weird society that he lives in. But then the story ends there once he finally escapes. Like, it has an open ending, and as much as I can appreciate an open ending, 90% of the book was freaking boring. I'm sorry. There's no action, nothing. He's kind of just like realizing society was bad or whatnot, or like the society that he was raised in was bad, but nobody can actually see it. I mean, if you're exposed to one type of thing for your whole life, you don't realize that it's bad, but also like, I don't know, it was kind of freaking stupid in my opinion. There's a story there, and morals to be taught, but like, boring for me. I could not read it for long periods of time. I just die of boredom. Never read it, so I can't even critique it. I'm sure there are people out there who like the story, but it's just not for me. I don't like that kind of genre. I prefer fantasy as a genre. Or as, you know, the people online like to call it, romantasy, which is basically romance and fantasy all in one. But like the main plot point is fantasy. Romance is just on the side, you know. Huh. Too much thinking. So was the author trying to represent with blue curtains? Blue is the color of sadness. So maybe, you know, the blue curtains are trying to depict that your character is depressed. I don't know. Maybe the curtains are just blue. Because the author likes blue. Like, come on, guys. But also, Loki, it was this kind of thinking that made me, like, create stuff with meaning behind it. Like, to me, now, names must have meaning. Because a name symbolizes a lot of things, right? And the author just couldn't think of any other color. Yeah, like, I mean, who wants red curtains? Come on. Sorry, we're just going on a rant about literature now. The second book they gave us was more interesting though. I don't remember the title, but I think it was like murder mystery type of play. There were lots of twists and turns. I liked it. I like a story that keeps me on my feet, you know? It was not the type of story that I would usually pick up. But seeing as how it was compulsory, I had to read it, so I read it anyway. And I'm like, you know, this actually not too bad. I kind of like it. Ah, shit. But I remember my classmates saying like, oh no, this book is boring. I'm like, boring? Where? Like, it's a play. It's a movie play. Movie? No. No, it's a play. It's a play. So they will like describe the like what the actor is supposed to do and whatnot. It's basically like a script, you know. So it writes down like the actor's expression or like what they're doing and whatnot. I thought it was really interesting. Like you just have like these imaginary figures in your head. They're just acting it out. Like the 8th Harry Potter book. I'm not gonna lie, I've never read Harry Potter. I don't know what's going on other than they're fighting Voldemort. I tend to like murder mysteries. It's fun trying to figure out who did what. Agatha Christie. I remember the first time I read an Agatha Christie book. And oh my god, I was so confused. I'm like, who? What? Their alibis are really solid to me. And that's when I realized I could never go into detective work. I forgot the title actually. I think it's in my shelf, but I'm too lazy to get up and see. It's actually really good, but it gets super tiring to read in one go. I get breathless. It's engaging. Yeah. It's interesting, but it does require me to use my brain a little bit. So I'm just like, who did what? What was going on? And I get super confused. Another, oh my gosh, another like murder mystery story, no, murder mystery author that I used to read frequently. It was James Patterson. I have a few of his books here actually. He's quite well known too for his books. But I don't know if it's just the books that I've read or something. But the main character in some of these stories is always the same person, by the way, but somehow always seems to have a new love interest. Like, hello, what happened to the previous one? Were they just flings or something? It's like almost every single new book in that series. Actually, I don't remember what's it called. Let me see. Never mind, I can't see it from here. I think you guys just heard my chair creaking. But James Patterson, yeah. It feels like the main character is just always getting into a new love interest. It's kind of weird. IMO. I mean, if you're into it, that's on you. But like for me, it's just like what about the previous one? Were you not going on dates and shit? Okay. Was her sleeve like this? I don't remember. Let me check. Give me a second. Oh. Oops, I drew this on wrongly. Having many flings ain't no way, bro was ahead of his time. Yeah, basically, I don't know. And the best part is he always seems to be falling in love with the person who hired him. Cause like he's a private detective, the main character anyway. He's a private detective. That's what he is. So he doesn't really work with the police. But you know, people with money come to him to like solve their problems or whatnot. And that kind of sounds like a therapist, but never mind. And then he seems to like, I don't know, have chemistry with every single one of his clients. Like, hello? I mean, unless the client is a guy, obviously. Because, from what I can tell, at least, the author made this character of his not gay. Actually, the blue currents thing make me think of something. What do you think people who say it's not that deep when interpreting lit? Okay. If you're not taking a literature class and you think that it's not that deep, that's on you. Cause like not everybody sees meaning behind like blue curtains or whatnot. But I feel like depending on the scene, there is some meaning behind some stuff, right? I mean, I can say this now because whatever I do creatively, besides streaming, obviously, like art wise or story, or if I'm writing anything, there is meaning behind some stuff. But if someone who's taking literature has this kind of thinking, then they probably shouldn't be taking literature. I'm just saying. Like the whole point of taking literature is to think deeply about stuff, right? I was looking for my meds. Sorry. If you're in literature and you don't think deeply about like blue curtains or whatnot, then I don't think you should be taking literature. Oh, this strip of medicine is gone. I'm done drawing, time to do business. Good luck. Talking to strangers is terrifying. The lozenge. Wow. Okay. Where's my stylus? Where'd it go? You know that artist struggle? Where the minute you put down your pen and suddenly it goes missing. Oh. I feel like there's value in thinking about almost every little thing. Like, why was this sentence included here? The author chose to include it consciously or subconsciously. I think now, when we have like greater brain capacity and more brain cells to think about these kind of things, then it makes more meaning to us. But like when we were younger, I don't think we really cared, right? Or at least majority of us didn't care. Okay. Like if you tell the kids nowadays and ask them, what do you think is the meaning behind like, okay, let's say you have this character, right? She's dressed in white. If you ask the kid to think about like, oh, why is she dressed in white? Why did the artist decide to draw her in that way? They're gonna be like, I don't know, because it's a nice color. But no, if you have like the ability to think a little deeper, then maybe, I say maybe because not everybody thinks about this, right? Maybe you think that, oh, she's dressed in white as a way to show that she's innocent because white is the color of innocence and purity, right? But kids don't think that way. Kids just like, oh, because it's white. And we were kids back then, so I feel like literature should be teaching more about like how to interpret some stuff instead of whatever is going on back then when we were kids. All I remember when we were studying literature back then was just like, how the fuck do I write this essay? Okay, then it's difficult to teach literature, to be honest. Getting kids to be interested in the first place is already tough, right? Because it requires reading books. I think this is just my opinion. I don't know if anybody will ever raise this to the government or whatnot. But I feel like making kids read books that they're not interested in is half the reason why people are not interested in literature. Like, you can draw meaning from anything. If the whole purpose of teaching literature is for like media literacy, so that people can understand like oh, Why are people doing this in the story? Why are they dressed like this? Why did the author decide to portray this character in this way? Then you can do that with any book. So instead of, am I on the wrong layer? Oh my gosh. I am. Oh, okay. Instead of like making kids read one book and making them like be interested in this one specific book when they were never interested in the first place. I feel like the syllabus should change a bit and include books that the kids are more interested in reading. Like, no. Then the next question you're gonna ask me is, okay, then how do we test them in exams then if all the books are different? I don't think that the test paper examination, like the questions, should be like, how do I say this? Limited to one specific book. I think you should make the questions like general. So like if we go by the idea of getting kids to read books that they are interested in, so the test paper would the questions would be like in accordance to your book that you've chosen, what is the author trying to say or whatnot, something like that. Like specific to their own book, you know, a general kind of question, sort of. Just a thought, you know, because I had this thought when I was still studying literature. Like if I was interested in this book, I would write it down. I would be more interested in reading, but I'm not, so I just find it boring, you know. To be honest, I don't think it's a good idea to force them to read a full novel in the first place. I think the main point of literature was trying to teach kids media literacy, especially when you see like today's society. Everybody has basically no media literacy. It's so hard to find people who actually understand the meaning behind shit, right? Because a lot of people just take things at face value. I don't mind novels, but that's basically just me because I started reading at a young age, so I was really into novels by then. If not novels, then what do you suggest? What do you think kids should be reading? Especially nowadays when attention spans are completely screwed, forcing a full novel is more likely to push kids away from enjoying literature. Yeah, but okay. I mean, you do have to train the attention span, right? To be able to read stuff. But we can't just forego literature as a whole subject entirely. As much as people say it's not important, it is important. I mean, look at people these days. Shorter extracts, enough to get them to learn about literacy. Honestly, that could work too. Like a short extract from a book, maybe, and then you ask the kids like, so what do you think the author is trying to suggest through the use of this and that and blah blah blah, getting their minds to think, right? Although for them to be able to get the meaning behind anything, they have to learn. They have to learn like some meaning behind stuff, but you know that one can be taught in class, I think. I am on the starting steps in literature should be a full novel, more important. Yeah, honestly, okay. I think secondary 1 and 2, because that's when people start taking literature, right? Usually. would be like small extracts from like a book or something. So you start teaching them about literacy. If they decide to take literature in like higher secondary, then you can give them a whole book, you know, like a full novel. Because they'll be older, right? And they should be able to understand more stuff. As they should be, because not everyone's like that. That'd be great, especially since by then those kids will be one. Yeah, because if you choose to take pure literature as a humanities in secondary 3 or 4, or as your like um combined humanities, whatever, you should be more interested in literature already, right? It's like how I took pure art in secondary school. I was interested in art. I wanted to learn. I'm just thinking about it from like my cousin's perspective, because I have a cousin who's younger than me by like 10 years. 10, by the way. Like, oh my gosh, I'm old. And she's in primary school. She she's in higher primary, so she's gonna she will reach secondary school soon. And right now she reads books whenever she's free. She's really into novels too. Oh my gosh, it's like having someone in your footsteps. So I think when it comes to like attention span to read full novels, she's fine. But I think she's also like me. It has to be something she's interested in. I get the feeling. I know, right? Wow. You know, when I was younger, I used to read such thick books as well. I used to read novels too. And now my attention span is fucked and all I can read is manhwa. Okay, that's not true. I can still read books, but like I barely have the time to do so. And whenever I do have the time, I'm just thinking to myself, huh, I could be drawing right now, and I'll stop reading the book. But if I have nothing else to do and you give me a novel that I'm actually interested in, I'd probably sit down and read it. I used to read encyclopedias as a kid. I love them. Dude, you know there was once my aunt gave me a whole entire like animal science encyclopedia because I was really obsessed with animals as a kid. I'm like, I want to see every single animal and I want to learn useless fun facts about them. I think I still have it actually. That was not where I got the raccoon thing though. No. They don't tell you that in encyclopedias. I used to be so excited when I got a new one. I think the only encyclopedia that I ever was interested in was the animal one. I love classics as well. My dad will always get me a whole collection of classics for my birthdays. Oh, my mom likes the classics too. She tried to like gave me a few. I She gave me one for my birthday at 1 year. I think I still haven't opened it actually. It's still in the wrapping paper. I think it's called Chinese Cinderella. I accidentally saw her packing it because for some reason she decided to pack it in my room. I'd be very concerned when encyclopedia included that, which is why they don't. I got them from the internet. I read them so many times, I basically remembered them. Dude, you know what's my favorite classic? My favorite classic was Black Beauty. It was amazing. Funny enough, it's also about a horse. I think you saw it the last time you came over, right? That was White Fang. White Fang was good too. And then when I grew up, I learned that there were versions of Black Beauty where the horse dies. I'm like, what? The horse what? Yeah. And after I learned that fact, I was eternally grateful that my version of Black Beauty did not include the horse dying, because I would have been devastated as a kid. White Fang was good too, but I think I only read White Fang when I was a little bit older. I saw, ooh, dog. Okay. Some die, some apple orchid, some return the original mother, some met or what? Original owner, some met mother again. Yeah, I feel like the story like has changed when it comes to different people who write it. So whoever decided that Black Beauty freaking dies in that one version, what is wrong with you? Ooh, dog then cries. I know, right? That's how I felt when I read it for the first time. It's like, what the fuck, bro? And then they made a movie. And I watched it on the plane. And I was doing my best to not cry because my mom was sitting right next to me. And I think she would have been like, what the fuck are you crying? There was another classic that I have that is from the same production as the copy of Black Beauty that I have. Was it Little Woman? I think it was. I never got around to actually reading it. I don't know. I opened the book and I read the first few sentences and I was like, not really for me. They have a movie too, I think. That one? Yeah, that one. Oh, I never actually read it. It's there, I just didn't read it. Arabian Nights was really good. Around the World in 80 Days, solid. Arabian Nights, I think I have it actually. I think it was 101 Tales. Is it? I don't remember the title. Yeah, I think it is. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was slightly difficult to read for me. Took me like 2 years to actually get myself in. I've never heard of this one. I've actually never heard of 20,000 Leagues. Is it like a bunch of short stories too? It sounds like a bunch of short stories. Jules Verne? No, I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never. All this talk about books is gonna make me start like searching my bookshelf just to see if I have these books. Imagine if I had it, I just didn't know and I never read it. Around the World in 80 Days, same author. I don't think I've read Around the World in 80 Days either. I don't have it. That's why I'm pretty sure I don't have the book. Here I saw science fiction types. Ah, no wonder. That's why. Very Earth. I was never one for science fiction. I don't like science fiction. I don't like sci-fi. I'm not into the science stuff when it comes to books, you know? For me, books is like to escape reality. Now, why do I want science in my reality? Why do I want to think about technical stuff? I don't want to. Adventure so it's cool. Slightly difficult to read because of all the terminologies. See, this is why I didn't take literature in the first place, because that means I have to think. When I'm reading books, I don't want to think. I just want to imagine scenarios that will never come true. Once you reach flow state, it's super good. But according to you, it's not easy to reach flow state. It's a challenge. Yeah. After I could think for myself, I started like picking up romantasy books because I like fantasy. I'm sorry, I like the magic and the pew pew and the sparkle, shimmy shiny. And then you have the added spice of fantasy. Eh? Fantasy? Sorry. Romance. It's a bonus, you know? I don't like it when romance is the main point of the story, the main genre of the story. I just like it as a subgenre, so it's just there, but it's not the main focus, you know? The main focus is solving whatever problem that is presented. The romance part is on the side. The characters just so happen to fall in love, you know what I mean? What about you guys? What's your favorite genre? Hmm. Do you like to do you like to get away from the reals of life, or do you want to face it head on, or whatever? I don't know. I'm playing Call of the Lamb. My follower stole money from me. I murdered him. Goddamn. Yeah, I saw you open up the game. I didn't say anything about it. I like adventure and minimal romance. That's not bad too, actually. Adventure. Hmm. I don't read much, to be honest. Even back then, when you were younger. I mean, I don't read much now. I don't have the time, but like. Oh my god. All this talking about books has made me just think back to this one meme. Vine? I'm not sure. But it used to be really popular. Do you guys know that one sound where it's just like, these two people enter the literature club or whatever, and then they open the door, and the first thing they see is just this one member screaming at another one saying, Twilight isn't literature! I don't know if you know that one, but I used to see it a lot when I was younger. I'm like, what in the world is Twilight? Yeah, now I know what Twilight is. Fanfic? Yeah, Twilight is very fanfic coded. You right. Bella is basically a YN. Watching the movies together with you just made me realize it's very fanfic coded. The only attention she ever gets is from guys, and then she doesn't really socialize with girls or whatnot. You know what else Bella is? Bella is what people in the writing side, the writing community call a Mary Sue. I don't think my parents raised me to have a creative, imaginative side. To be fair, my parents didn't really do that either. They kind of just threw me in books and it's like, okay, have fun. I don't know where this art side came from. My mom herself doesn't know because she doesn't do art. My father doesn't do art. My brother is probably the last person who will ever do art. So I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm an odd one out, I guess. It's felt that way my whole life. That one random child doing art in the corner. It got so well known. My relatives know I draw, man. Cause when I was younger, every Chinese New Year I bring over like my sketchbook. I just sit in the corner and draw because I don't like talking to people. I used to think Chinese New Year was like the most boring time ever because all my relatives were busy talking to each other. My cousins were like older than me, so we didn't really know how to like communicate with each other. It was a little awkward because they knew stuff that I didn't know yet. I mean, now we're fine. Now we're basically yeah, now we're fine. I wouldn't say besties, but my cousin literally just bought me stuff from Korea, so yeah, we're pretty good. But yeah, I got so well known that I draw that like everyone knew it. I felt like I was grown to be a sciencey person till I felt really disillusioned by everything in uni. Oh, you're taking science stuff in uni, right? Or like more technical stuff? Whooper? What about the whoopers? What about them? I mean, if you want something more, like a more creative mindset, it's never too late to learn. You know? Just gotta think out of the box a little bit. I took aerospace and aerospace engineering. Damn, it's one of the courses that my brother is considering. Any tips and advices that you would give my brother if he does decide to take this course? Almost went there if I had to do physics. Yeah. Physics. I never took physics. I don't know anything about physics. Other than the basic. Be prepared to struggle. Really hard, but if you like it enough, it's rewarding. I always told my brother, like, if you chose to do this, you cannot complain. You know? Like if let's say you don't have a choice, fine, whatever, you can complain to your heart's content. But if you chose to do this yourself, then you shouldn't be complaining. You know what I mean? There was when he was still in JC, there was one dinner where he was complaining about the workload that he was receiving and whatnot, and I was like, nah, you can't complain, bro. You You chose to do this. I didn't, so I can complain. You chose to go JC. You had the choice to not. It's a bit more nuanced than that. Elaborate. How so? I got into it because I really like math, physics, and wow, big airplane go fly. I think that's what most people think of when they think about aerospace engineering, you know? How do I do this? Hold on. Eh. The DLC is calling out to me. Get it. Why not? You said you have the funds. You could get it. The cult is calling. The cult wants you. The longer I stayed in uni, the more disillusioned I got with how technical everything was. Environment felt really cold. Didn't get along much with my course. Ah, I see, I see. Understand. Yeah, I feel like how do I say this? I have a few friends who are also more into like the technical stuff. Like the science and the math and whatnot. Hold on, I'm getting my goose. And they always seem like low-key kind of detached from like the more emotional side. And whenever I'm like, imagine this happened, and they were like, but it won't. Like, what would that? I'm just saying if. Like, let your mind wander a little bit. Like, what if it did? You know? Like, no, but it won't. Logical beings, I have first-hand experience. Oh, yeah. My brother is like that. The only hypotheticals he ever wants to get into is the money, you know? Like, let's say if you have like $1 million, like we don't, you can stop dreaming. That's the time where I'm being logical, you know? Like, we don't have $1 million, so stop acting like you have $1 million to spend. We don't. I got lucky because I had a business major too, so people got to hang out with more friendly. Didn't make close friends in uni. Ah. Yeah. My dad always said like, oh, it's easier to make friends in uni and you stay closer to the friends in uni than anyone else. And I'm just like, I don't think that's the case, but okay. I think friends, be it like what level you're at, is whether you decide to make the effort to keep in touch with them, you know. I mean, to this day, I still talk to my my primary school friends. We were just talking the other day, actually, just asking each other about life. Like, yo, what's up? That's one of their birthdays just passed. Uni just an environment I could thrive in, bro. Uni now for me is like, what the hell am I doing? Why is there so many things to write? It's like I left JC so that No, I graduated from JC, the thinking that, oh, you know, maybe I wouldn't have to write so much anymore. And then I come to uni, I'm just like, I'm writing even more than I did. What the hell? It's really overwhelming. Yeah, it do be like that, huh? And then with all the deadlines and everything too. What am I doing? How do clothes fold again? I forgot. This is darker. I forgot. No. One of the reasons why I was kind of staying away from local uni, even though it was a great resume boost thingy. Is the cell counted as local? I just wanted to go to an art school, bro. I think so. Private? I think it's more private, right? Looks like it's an art school. I don't know, actually. They did say that the school fees were a little bit on the pricier side, though. Yeah, I wanted to go to an art school because I wanted to do animation. It's like a course. But they didn't let me in. So yeah. It's UAS now. Technically, yeah, but you know I mean, the campus is still there. It's still the same. If you back then they told me if you applied under LaSalle, you'll still be taught at LaSalle, and then the degree that you get when graduating is like under UAS or something. I think. At least that's what they said. I don't know. That sucks. Well, I'm here now. Can't do anything about it. On one hand, I graduate faster, so that's not too bad. On the other, I graduate faster, which means I need to look for a job. Uni experience can vary a lot. I think they really push myself to meet new people through CCAs or like the whole thing. CCA isn't compulsory in uni, is it? I've had people tell me that like it's not, but it's better for like portfolio or whatnot, and I'm just like, but who has the time? It's not, yeah. But I guess if you wanted to socialize, it's one way to socialize, right? Better to have, but not compulsory. Is this how clothes work? Man, I don't study clothes enough. Regular uni go my semester have a bit more free time compared to us. Under the SIT, Yeah, oh my god, I have a friend in SIT and she's basically dying. She's always like, "God, do you see the amount of workload I have?" I'm like, girl, yeah, I see it. Why do you have 8 assignments due on the same day? Yeah, so whenever whenever we ask like, yo, are you free during her school term, she's like, no, I'm dying. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Focus on your work first. So that's funny. Loki, I think the best time of my schooling life was secondary school, minus the drama. JC was just horrible. Never again. To this day, I am still salty about the fact that I went to a JC. I'm never letting that one go. You weren't happy with JC? No, I was not happy with JC. I wanted to go poly because I wanted to start the I guess art career sort of in poly. I felt like I would do better in poly, you know, like we all have to go through O levels, right? So I couldn't deal with the pressure in O levels. I didn't want to do it again in JC because, you know, A levels is even worse. And I felt like if I went to a JC, I'd probably break down and not do as well as my parents wanted. And I told them that, and they were like, "No, but a JC is better for you. It's easier to find a job, and you get out blah 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 blah. It looks better on your portfolio or whatnot." They had the very traditional thinking, you know. And I'm like, but people these days don't care. In fact, you can get a job even with a diploma. It's not that hard. I mean, it is with the current job market, but you know. Typical SG, yeah. Typical SG parent, you know, your Asian parents. So, I had I had multiple talks with like my form teachers back then, and I was like, not only my form teachers, like, uh, my freaking Sec 1, Sec 2 teacher, who I still keep in contact with, by the way. We would frequently talk and be like, I want to tell my mom that I don't want to go to a JC, but knowing her, she's not gonna allow it. And they were like, you never know till you try. So I did. I tried. And she was like, no, it's good for you. Blah blah blah. I'm only thinking about you. And blah, 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 and yeah. So when it came to the time for O levels, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna focus on O levels. I'm not gonna talk about this until after the exams are over. Like, I don't have the energy to argue with someone who's not willing to listen right now. So I'll wait until the exams are over before I start again and try to tell them that I don't want to go to a JC. So I did, right? I focused on my exams. And then and then it came to the day where you have to choose which schools you're gonna go to. Like whether it's a JC, a poly, whatnot, you know, that list. And it was literally midnight. I remember arguing with my mom and being like, I don't want to go to a JC. But she wouldn't let me. So she literally sat right next to me. Was like, if you don't put JC, you're not sleeping. So obviously I gave up and I just put JC. A-level says useless in the job market, right? It's just the paper. It's only useful going to uni, and I guess that's where they wanted me to go. They wanted me to go to a uni, but technically speaking, you go to a uni with a diploma too. It's just not that easy. If you went to poly, we wouldn't have met. Maybe, yeah. I guess that's the one good part. But, you know, I still can't stop thinking about the fact that, like, if I went to poly, I probably have some of the skills needed for, like, the you know, the industry that I want to enter. So, yeah, that happened. Just finished lunch. How was lunch? Was it good? Oh my gosh, you just finished lunch. It's gonna be 3:30. Hmm. What's the topic going on right now? We're discussing schools. And I just basically recounted my time when it came to choosing poly or JC. Because I didn't want to go to JC, but I had to go anyway because my parents forced me. I remember after I submitted that decision, I didn't talk to my mom for 3 days straight. I gave her the cold shoulder. It's really difficult to have a nuanced convo with parents. They make it so difficult sometimes, right? Every time I'm like, okay, I want to sit down with both of you and have a civil discussion about why I don't want to do this or why I want to do this. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, fine. We sit down, we talk, and then somehow it turns into a lecture. Like they're lecturing me about it. And I'm like, so which part of this is a discussion again? It's basically talking to a wall. Talking to a wall is more enjoyable than talking to my parents sometimes. At least the wall just sits there and listen. It might make me seem crazy, but you know, at least it doesn't try to argue back. Real ACJC was on my parents' mind at first doing JE selects. Still wonder what would happen if I went down that route. So, for me, it was like, I was very specific. When I was still like considering whether I should go to a JC or a poly, and then I was like saying, okay, if I go to a JC, I want to be able to have a CCA where I enjoy myself. And I already knew how to play the guzheng at that route, at that time, right? So I wanted like the school to have either a guzheng ensemble or a Chinese orchestra. And my mom, forever the overachiever when it comes to me, told me to go for NJC's open house, take a look. So I did. I went with a friend and my teacher, because she was nice enough to bring us there. And I didn't really like the environment. So I was like, okay, you know what? Never mind. You keep a lot of things planned out till it feels the only way to get point across to crash out at them. But that will cause irreparable damage. You just... Yeah! Oh my god. It's like, I have a lot of things I want to say, but if I say it right now, I'm gonna start screaming and crying. So I don't say it. But when I don't say it, you don't know how to change. You won't ever change. And then things just stay the same. And if I start crashing out, nobody's gonna listen because you think I'm being dramatic. So so yeah, I guess things are staying the same, I guess. I remember, I think it was on the third night after I gave my mom the cold shoulder after that decision for JAE. She finally talked to me, and she would like, she asked me, why do you want to go to a poly so bad? And my only reply was, what's the point of asking me now? The decision is already made. There's nothing else you can do about it. I just went back inside my room. If you crash out, they look at you with the worst is coming from you, and suddenly you're the monster. Right? Suddenly it's your fault. Yeah, I told my mom that, and then she never asked me the question again. And then, I still remember the first day I ended up going to JC. I looked at the building and I was like, wow, this looks like a prison. It's like, I'm gonna hate it here. And I was right. Poly and JC do have really different natures. They do. I think it was, the exception was my class. But you know, one rewards prolonged hard work and consistency, the other is more short burst excellent. Yeah. I felt like back then, after like dealing with the stress of O levels, right? I was like, okay, I really don't want to do A levels because I know the stress is gonna be 10 times worse than what it already is right now. And I was trying to tell my mom that, but she didn't listen. So I thought maybe I could, because the whole reason I wanted to go poly, other than like having the skills, was like I can deal with deadlines. I'm fine with deadlines. And being in uni has proven the fact that I am okay with deadlines. I will never be late. Did my mom believe me back then? No. Is everyone here ex or current JC student? No, Blue was from poly. My JC class wasn't what you would really consider a JC class. Well, I mean, they still had the aspects of people from JC, right? They're still serious about their work and whatnot. But they were also kind of chaotic. Yeah. I guess that's the whole reason why we were in an art stream, huh? I suck with deadlines. Time management is very important. Or, you know, just be like me. The minute you get the assignment, you start doing it. I was really happy with JC. To be honest, my class is really good too. Oh, that's good. That's great, actually. I heard some JC classes don't even socialize with each other, and teachers are like, why are you guys so unfriendly? My class was not like that. My class was just crazy. I mean, we had our own drama too, here and there, but for the most part, they were pretty good. I was considering MI at the time with my friend, but diverged in the law last minute. Ooh. Law? Oh yeah, you take law. I forgot. I feel like I got to know my class a lot better doing project work too. Dude, project work was where all the freaking drama came out, bro. Project was what started the drama in my class. I have a friend who recently graduated from law school. She's really smart. I have a friend who willingly studies law just because he wants to. And every time he tells me that, I'm like, what is your problem? Why are you like this? Drama? Yeah. Oh my god, do you guys want to know? I think I told Blue about this before. Funny. It's fun for me. I'm just lazy to actually study, right? You know that feeling when something is like really fun, but you just don't want to study for it. You just want to learn about it. Why not just yap about it? You know that is a way to like memorize stuff. Is if you just talk about what you're learning. If you start teaching someone else, then you teach yourself too. You know, you get yourself to memorize it. This is why I start talking to the walls. That's how I memorized shit for that marketing test the first time. I just talked to the wall. I taught the wall marketing. Wonderful. Yeah, if my wall could talk, he'd probably be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do a Zyos and pivot to streaming? Is he even still studying law? Is he? Does he study law? Did he study law? He's a law student. I know he's still in it though. Why do I feel like people with the most impressive backgrounds are the ones that get into streaming and become the craziest? I'm seeing a pattern. Those of them relate, right? Zyos studied law, and then he got into streaming. Markiplier could have been an engineer, and he's doing content creation. I know a few other like VTubers who have degrees or like really impressive degrees. I think one that has literally has a biomedical degree, and she's like streaming. Like, hello? The most impressive thing I've got going for me is that I used to study art. I used to study art. So one streamer has a whole PhD but is streaming. Do you think they got tired of like the technical life and just decided, you know what? I'm gonna do content creation. PhD? Medical PhD? Damn. You really said fuck people, I'm gonna start streaming. It was insane. I know, right? I swear, people who have like the most impressive degrees ever start content creation. It feels like a rite of passage at this point. Do you like my folding my clothing folds? I'd if bro enjoys it, why not? Exactly. You should just do things that we like at this point. Life's too short to do things that you hate. Do what you like. Does streaming require to be built different? You can do anything when it comes to streaming. All you have to do is just press the button. You don't even need like a fancy setup or whatever. Anyone can be anyone can be a streamer. You don't need a fancy setup. You can just open your phone, register with the app, hit the stream button, and there you go. You're a streamer. Schedule right now too inconsistent. I will, but my GPA gonna tank. You could always do it after you graduate. No problems there. Zyok streams at unholy hours anyway. You good? For NA at least. I mean, obviously, if something else requires more of your time in your life, I think you should pay attention to that first. But if you're laying off doing something that you really want to try just because you're scared, then I think you should stop being, or you can't stop being scared. You should just do it scared. What matters is that you do it. He's currently in China, if I'm not wrong. Oh, did he migrate there or something? 早上好，中国。我喜欢吃冰淇淋。Man, now I want 冰淇淋。But I can't. Not with a stupid ass throat. I got actually, guys. Since you guys are here now, I asked Blue this question last night before I knocked out. What do you guys think my art tastes like? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I will do that. Yum, 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 yum. Well, your art, yeah, like if my art was ever hypothetically speaking a type of food or snack or dessert, whatever, what do you think it would be? Just based on how it looks. Do you want the full picture? Boom. This is what I'm working on right now. Blueberry pie? What does blueberry pie taste like? Blueberries, obviously. What kind of a stupid question is that? Blueberry? Damn. Blueberry? Really? I just realized something. There we go. That looks better. uh, any reason why though? Blueberry? I don't usually eat blueberries. But now I kind of want to. I feel like every single blueberry I've eaten is like low-key a little bit sour. Just kind of sad. As a reply to your question, yeah, you did. A certain type of snack. I want to try it, Loki. It seems like something I would eat. You know, starting reminds me of a friend. She liked blueberry pie. Ooh. Blueberry pie. Loki, I want to try. I don't usually eat pies. What does pie taste like? Do you want to try tomorrow? I can go get it today. Really? Her art was a lot more angsty and edgy. Ah. Yeah, mine's more on the cute side. I'll go to Orchard. You're going to Orchard today? On your own? Right now? I wanna try. I wanna try the snack. We can have it tomorrow while we watch a movie. Are we watching a movie tomorrow? I actually don't know. No, we're streaming tomorrow. We're doing a short stream tomorrow while you're here. See how? Okay. You go prep now, have fun. IRL Corlette, yeah. She's gonna be in my room. And we're gonna have a mukbang. I'm gonna make food for her and myself, obviously. And then we're gonna eat in my room. While on stream. Vlogging channel time. You guys won't see the food. I'll probably give you like a picture of it and that's about it. I don't have the camera for like a hand cam or anything. Lucky I wanted to vlog but a bit awkward. You should do it like the you know those TikTok. Just make it seem like you're doing a TikTok. Then it'll be less awkward. How to do it without feeling like a public nuisance? You know how you do it? Is you stop caring about what people think. That's how you do it. Who cares if they judge you? They have better shit to do. You can stare all you like. In fact, maybe you should stare more. Maybe I just look that nice, you know? Like they say, confidence is key. Confidence is the key to a lot of things. Maybe I'm the problem that low-key cringe a little when I see people doing TikTok dances in public. I think the difference is whether or not there's music playing. If there's music playing, I don't mind. But if you're just dancing with like nothing in the background, it's kind of weird to me. It's like, what if you're offbeat? Also, everybody's staring at you a little bit. Like, if you're gonna dance, at least have some music in the background so people know that you're vibing. Feels them awkward to walk around in public talking to your phone camera. Just treat it like a video call. Most people are always admiring themselves in the video call anyway. Yeah, I know. I know people do that. I am one of those people. I'd be admiring my crush in the video call. You video call your crush? Holy shit. Damn. Bro's got confidence. I've never video called a guy, so... Actually, even if I did, I'd probably still be admiring myself anyway. Those were the good old Skype days. Oh, Skype. I've never used it. My mom used to use it for like work. Then they switched over to Microsoft Teams and then Skype wasn't a thing anymore. I'm done with the dress. Yippee. Now how do I do this? I think it was this shade. Man, I don't remember. Do you remember? 21st night of December. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Oh yeah. Bro, I created this character and I don't even remember how her design looks like. Can you believe it? Might be a dumb question. How do you know how a dress folds? How anatomy works? Different angles? You have references? I used to refer to like, you know, tutorials and stuff. But then after a while, I just be like, you know how your own clothing folds? I wear dresses a lot, so like, sometimes when you take pictures, you just kind of study the fold of the clothes. So if it's a long, heavy dress, the lines, so I can't really use, okay, you know what? The lines this way, it's like, it's turning behind, you know, like behind here. And then here is just like in front. Here is kind of like down, past, like behind the box. So yeah, other than that, it's kind of just like hope and pray, because sometimes it doesn't work out the way I want it to. You know what art people like to say? Trust in the process. I put a lot of trust in this process. But it's mostly just because like you spend some time to study the folds of clothing. There are a few tutorials where they'll be like, you just shirt, right? And like the folds will be like a Y shape. So like this. Something like that. And then here will be like one shadow. Here's another shadow. So my stylus. My stylus. Yeah. This is your hypothetical Y shape. So you would shade here, here, and here. So yeah. Clothing. Do you draw the outline first if you redo it? Yes. So I used to draw with like line art, but then at some point I stopped because I was like, okay, you know what? My line art doesn't look great. So what I would do instead, I learned to basically do like the whole block of color in that shape and then just render it. So I don't do line art anymore, or at least I don't do it often unless it's for like specific stuff, like a doodle or like a comic, because I'm not rendering a whole ass comic. No, that shit takes forever. But for comics I usually draw in like black and white anyway, so yeah, easier to see if there's line art. Yeah, so the shapes are usually all like the a block of color and then just rendering it inside. Thank you for teaching me. You're welcome. I mean, not every artist does the same way, right? So people will always be like, this is what I do, but you can change some stuff or like find what suits you more. If you like to do it a certain way, feel free. You don't have to follow what I do. Stuff like that, you know? Just do whatever as long as it makes you happy. Or as long as you're most comfortable with it. Who cares? There's no limitations to the art world. That's the whole perk of being creative. There are no limitations for the most part. I forgot. How do butterfly wings look in? I think they work like this. Are you guys excited for Chinese New Year? I'm low-key excited. I'm excited. Dude, oh my god, speaking of Chinese New Year, you know, this year we could have gone on a cruise. I'm gonna go on a cruise. I don't celebrate, but I hope all of you have fun and get lots of money. Thank you. I hope so too. Yeah. So a part of one of my relatives, right, in my extended family, the eldest relative of mine, grand uncle is technically his title. He passed away last year, so his immediate family is not able to celebrate Chinese New Year, and since they're not able to celebrate Chinese New Year, we can't go over to their place like as per usual. So we basically don't have like much of a celebration this year. So my cousins, like my dad's side of the family, uncle, cousins, whatnot, because he has two brothers, right? They were like, why not? We go on a cruise trip and we bring our grandfather along. because he would rather be on a boat than on a plane. And we're like, you know what, that sounds a good idea. And then they come to ask my family, and we're like, do you guys want to join? And my parents decided to say no. For what reason? I don't know. Actually, I do know. The whole reason is because my brother is not in. To which I feel like it's a little bit unfair. IMO. But yeah, he's because he's enlisted, right? He's in NS. So we could have gone on a cruise. I just feel like it's unfair. My brother went overseas with my mom, like just him and my mom before, and I didn't go because I had school. And like, okay, fine, no choice, right? I had to go to school. And suddenly he can't go, and suddenly and we can't go overseas just because he's not in. That's so lame. Surely even your brother will, and the rest of you going without. Yeah, he was like, you guys can just go. You don't have to like not go just because of me. He was like, he was okay with it. He was like, you just go, just go. You can go. It's fine. And I'm like, yeah, we could just go. I want to go on a holiday with my cousins. Like the one time that I want to go holiday, they don't want to go holiday, and when I didn't want to go on a holiday, they had to drag me along. Like, bro, it's stupid. It's stupid is what it is. Stupid. So yeah, no cruise trip for me, unfortunately. I'm gonna go on a cruise trip. I wanted to go on a cruise trip. Okay, to be fair, I have been on a cruise trip before. It's not fun, to be honest. But I was also underage at the time, so a lot of the things I couldn't do. But now that I'm legal, I wanted to go because I wanted to experience the things that I could not the last time. But then we're not going because my parents decided to say no. I could have had fun with my cousins. We could have had so much fun. We could have girls' night because my brother isn't around. It's so lame. Cruel world we live in, for real. I know, right? Isn't this horrible? Wow. Have you guys ever been on a cruise? Oh my god. My parents told me that actually I've been on a cruise like when I was younger. Like really young. Like I was a kid type of young. I don't remember anything. So we went on a family cruise the last time when I was old enough to remember, and it was low-key kind of boring. I want to show the one Japan for funsies. Quite me. Yeah. It's like not a lot of things you can do, but everything's like in USD. I'm not buying shit, bro. I'm doing my makeup right now. Take a pic. Show my... I'll see that beautiful face. Damn, we got dad jokes today, huh? Not even done? A ghost? Nah, dude. You could literally show me your bare face and I'd be fine with it. I show you my bare face like most of the time anyway. I don't do makeup. All I do is skincare. Hunting for whoopers? No, she's hunting for a snack. Just for me. Isn't she such a good friend? Haven't been on a cruise before. How they like? Look, okay. How do I describe this? You are confined onto a boat, with most of the activities being for adults. There are like art auctions. There's a casino. There are stores on the cruise, but everything is in USD, so it depends on whether you want to spend that amount of money. You know what I mean? Better tip the nice grabfood lady, grabfood driver lady. She's not gonna come over today. She's coming over tomorrow. Actually, oh my god, you know what? I'll try to snack on stream. I envy your platonic lesbian relationship. Yeah, you should get yourself a platonic gay relationship. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be platonic either. Could be romantic. Not judging. I accept everyone and anyone. Unless they are an asshole. In which case, no. Fortunately, I don't swing that way. I do have plenty of platonic ones. Platonic ones is good too. At this point, I think Blue is low-key my emergency contact. There was once I told her, if ever the case I call you out of nowhere, just know that I need you to act. Oh, a hug emo. Should I do a hug emo next time? Yeah, I told her that if I ever need something really urgently, I'm just gonna call you out of nowhere. And I'll need you to act for me. Why not? Sure. Okay, I guess I'll know what I'm doing next. You guys ever come across like preachers when you're outside? This might be a little sensitive, but I promise it's just me ranting. Because for some reason, I keep getting targeted. Snacking a stream, you only live from the best for real. I know, right? Oh my god. I'm actually eating lasagnas right now. I'm not even kidding. Yes. Do you also encounter preachers? I get it like so often. I don't understand why. Is there something about the way I look? And for some reason, it's always like ladies in their 40s or 50s that will come up to to me and be like, do you know Jesus loves you? And I was like, what? What? This literally happened like last year too. I encountered quite a number of them too. Oh my gosh. I have two that I remember. One happened when I was still in JC, another one happened like last year. I'll tell you the JC one first. That one's kind of funny. It was after CCA. I think it was a Friday actually. Like CCA, our CCA usually ends at like 7:30 around there. So my CCA mates were like, "Oh, why do you want to like join us? We're gonna go get bubble tea." I'm like, "Sure." My dad's not picking me today, so like, okay, fine. I'll come along. Even after I tell them I'm Muslim, they still keep going. Right? It's like they don't take a hint, bro. They don't take a hint. Relentless little ladies don't stop. Yeah, they won't stop for anything, bro. I can be like, oh, I'm busy. It's like, oh, just take a few minutes of your time. Like, girl, I want to go home. Leave me alone. This one happened when I was in JC. Yeah, it was after CCA, so I think it was like 7:30. I think we were off like quite early that day. I think yeah, it was a Friday. We off at 7, so my dad couldn't pick me up that day, so I had to go myself. And my CCA mates were like, do you want to grab bubble tea with us near at like the near mall, the nearest one? And I'm like, you know what? Sure, it's a Friday. I have spare change. Why not? So I went with them. And then it was we ordered IT because that's what they had there. And while we were waiting, some lady with like you know those like trolleys, the cloth one, yeah, that you see like the ladies pulling around in supermarkets. She had that pulling behind her. I still remember it was red in color, by the way. And she came up to us and she was like, "Excuse me." We thought she was asking for directions because they started, "Excuse me, like don't want to bother you. Do you know how to get to this place?" It's how people usually start asking for directions. And we were nice. We were students. So obviously people will come to us for directions because they expect us to know because we're studying here. So she came up to us. She was like, "Excuse me, do you know Jesus loves you?" I'm like, "Huh? What?" It was so funny because it was like a group of us as well. So the minute one of my CCA mates heard that question, she turned around and walked off. I'm like, "Oh, wait, take me along. What the fuck? Don't just leave me alone." She didn't even walk off far actually. She walked off and then like to like some distance away to continue waiting for a bubble tea because we were still waiting. And then this lady kept on talking about like, "Oh, Jesus loves you," stuff like that, blah 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 blah. And then the few of us were like, "Oh, you're that kind of person." And we had like one guy in our group there who was also like, I think he was Christian. Yeah, I think so. And we were like, "Yo, this lady wants to talk to you," because we said it as a joke, right? In hopes of like getting her attention away from us. And she was like, "No, I want to talk to all of you." Like, oh, okay. And she continued talking about Jesus and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm getting social anxiety here. Someone needs to step up before I crash out. And I was like, literally, I'll take my leave. See you tomorrow. See you. Have fun. So I was like pushing my CCA president to the front, and I basically hinting to him like, "Can you deal with this? I don't have the energy for this. I don't want to talk to old ladies who will not shut up." And I think he got the hint eventually because he was like, he told the lady and was like, "Oh, ma'am, this is like a sensitive topic. We don't talk about that outside, and we don't We don't preach to people on the streets. Goodbye, Woopa lover. Yeah, she is a Woopa lover. So that lady was nice enough. She just stopped there. She's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay." So I just want to let you guys know. I was like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." Secret welcome gifter. Hello, hello. Yeah, so that incident was kind of funny. So that happened when I was in JC. That was a thing. And then it happened again last year. Except that this time I was on my own. Feeling generous, Mr. Gifter? Yeah, are you? Are you? And the one that happened last year, low-key almost sent me into a panic attack. It was after a test, I think. I'll turn my back for... Is that your UID? Hello? Yeah, I think it was after a test. Last year. I took the bus back from school, and so for me, I have to take a bus from school all the way to like a train station. So, and then take the train onwards back home. So I did. I took the bus. I got to the station. I got off the bus. I was... Hello, Nyan. Hello, hello. We're talking about preachers. I took the bus. I got off at the bus stop. What's happening? I'm drawing and we're having conversations. Right now we're talking about wild preachers on the streets. You're not asleep. We know secret welcome gifter is you. Eye emoji. Double eye emoji. But yeah. So the last year one, I took the bus. I got to the bus stop. I got off the bus stop. I was crossing the road to get to the station. And then this lady stopped me with the same words. Excuse me. And then she started talking about Jesus. Do you know about Jesus? I was like, ah, fuck, not again. And she decided to target me out of all the people walking past for some reason. Although I low-key think it had something to do with my outfit that day. And she wouldn't stop talking about Jesus. And at some point, she switched to Chinese. And she was like, can you speak Chinese? But like she said in Chinese, obviously. So like, if you want the Chinese version of it, 你会讲中文吗? I was like, oh shit, bro. Maybe it looked very friendly. I was trying my best to look intimidating. Let me describe to you what my outfit was like that day, okay? I was wearing black boots with chains on it. I had a long black skirt, also with a chain on it. I had I think they called it a tank top. A black tank top, and then like another layer on top of it where it's like a cardigan-like, but also not very. And then I had a black choker around my neck. If anything, I think it was the antichrist of what she would wear, which is probably the reason why she singled me out. Goth fashion? What can I say? I like it. I like the chains and the chokers. Accessories, you know, the shiny things. Now that I think about it, I think I have like a chain ring around my finger that back then too. So she singled me out. She was like, she started talking in Chinese, right? And she started preaching to me in Chinese for some reason. She even pulled up PowerPoint slides on her phone. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? And she started like, she had like both the English and Chinese translation of the slides on the phone, and she switched it over to Chinese. And then she was just referring to the slides and just like talking about Jesus and whatnot. And she was like, "Do you know of like the coming of Christ?" And my Chinese is not that good, so I didn't really know what she was saying back then at the moment, because I was like low key panicking, and I was like, "No." And then she started talking about that as well. I'm like, "Oh my god." PowerPoint's a new one. Yeah, it was new for me too. I've never seen anyone pull out a whole ass PowerPoint just to preach. That's low-key kind of crazy. They're learning? I know, right? And then at some point, I was like, okay, this is where my emergency contacts have to come in, because I very much want to go home. I just want to go home and play Genshin and just rest for the day. I don't want to deal with shit right now, right? So I had warned uh like another friend of mine. You've seen him on the channel before. His name is Charlie. I had warned him before that like, oh, if I ever need you to call me out of nowhere and start acting, I will let you know. So I did, right? I texted him. I basically spam texted him, and I was like, bro, I need you to call me right now. This is urgent. I need you to call me and act like you're waiting for me somewhere, and that like, I'm late for something or some shit. But he didn't read his messages. He was online. He didn't read his messages. Because back then he was still having internship. So technically he was working. I was just hoping that you know, he would see that my typos and everything were there, and hopefully he would know that I am not okay. But no, he didn't pick up the phone. No, he didn't. You know, he didn't read the messages in time. So I was kind of just there suffering. Oh no, yeah. So I stood there for like about 20 minutes. Oh, actually no, I think it was more like 10 minutes, but it felt like 20 minutes. Just listening to her preach in Chinese. So that was something. And afterwards, I was like, you know what? I have to change my emergency contact. Was that the day you decided Blue? Yes, that was the day I decided Blue would be the emergency contact. Because she picks up the phone more often than Charlie does. And she replies to messages more frequently, you know? The only time where she wouldn't reply to me is if she's in the shower or she's sleeping. Who's Charlie? Remember that One Peak collab? Where I had a guy in the same collab alongside Blue? That's Charlie. So yeah, that happened. Maybe it was because of the way I dressed. That's why they just that lady decided to single me out. But still, that was terrifying. Never again. I don't know, man. Sometimes I be wearing like the most plain shit, and they still be singling me out. Like, come on, leave me alone. Let me be. You guys have any stories of preachers? shit. I didn't fully color this one. Had one approach me while I was out studying. I preach. I preach the cult of Uma. You know, okay, that one I'm okay with. You may continue preaching the cult of Uma. Spread the Uma agenda. Donate all personal possessions to the Umas. Exactly. We spread the Uma agenda. Was stressed trying to prepare for FYP meeting. Felt took 20 minutes. Like actually 20. Oh my god. What the shit? How does someone have that much things to say about Jesus? I actually started a stopwatch. Oh my god. Oh my god. That moment when your local preacher starts yapping way too much. That's crazy. 20 minutes? What the hell, bro? No way these people have so much time. Oh my god, you know, for the one last year, that lady that stopped me at the bus stop, I was still like, I literally took out my necklace, because you know my necklace is like a pendant. I started playing with it in front of her face, but she didn't get it apparently. He seemed not mentally all there and tried to interrupt me. I'm talking to. Ugh. I mean, if he's not mentally all there, that's a problem. But also like, now why you go be bothering people trying to do work? You know. That moment when you give them the signs that you're not interested, but they continue talking anyway. You know, actually, remember the first story, the one with my JC classmates, and the one where we were like, "Yo, dude, this lady wants to talk to you." That guy, he was also something like a preacher as well, low key. Man, JC was a wild time. He would. The first time I talked to him, right? I try to talk to like everyone in my CCA, because we're gonna be in the same CCA for like 2 years, or at least 1.5 years. We gotta at least know each other and your names. So I started talking to him, and then at some point, I think during the conversation, I swore. I said F word, whatever. And he basically was like, "Oh, can you not swear in front of me? Because I'm Christian, and and it's not good to swear and whatnot." And I'm like, "Okay, but what does me swearing have to do with you? You can don't swear. I have no issue with that. But like, I'm not Christian. I can do whatever I want." Yeah, so that was my first impression of him, I like to say. And I think, okay, this one was not like me personally, but I was a part of the exco back then, right? Like, I was the social media manager. Wow, wow, a role in exco. I wasn't even aiming for that, but yeah. Yeah, wow. And then one of my other exco members, she was kind of chaotic actually. I loved her for it. She was like, "Yo, have you ever gotten like weird vibes from this guy, the guy we were talking about?" And I'm like, "Weird in what way?" He's like, "Oh, those preachers on the street. He's low-key a lot like them too." I'm like, "Oh my god, yes, yes." He's like, did you experience it too? I'm like, "Oh yeah." There was once I asked him. This is what she was telling me. She said she asked him once, like, oh, why did he come to our school? Like this school that we were all at, like this particular JC. Why not others? So I think his score was on the better side, but he came to like the lower JC anyway. And then apparently he had answered her with, "Oh, my mom sent me here to spread the word of God." Yeah, exactly. My same reaction. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, you can say this school is close by to your place. It's fine. You don't have to be like, "Oh, my mom sent me here because God told me to be here." You can just say your mom sent you here. I can't. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, then I told her my story about like how he said like, "Oh, you shouldn't be swearing in front of him or whatnot." And she was like, "What? What does you swearing in front of him have to do with his religion? Like, you're not Christian, right?" It's like, "No." Like, then I said, "I don't know. I don't know." At some point, he got used to it though, and he stopped correcting everybody swearing because everybody else swears all the time. Like, if you don't want to swear, that's on you. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. If you think swearing is below you, then sure, whatever. Feel free to not swear, but like, you don't impose this kind of thing on other people. What a weird feel. I know, right? It was it was looking kind of weird, which is why when we got approached by that lady in front of the bubble tea store, we were like, "Yo, this lady wants to talk to you." This JC makes me wonder how. Yeah, this was JC. I don't know how he was like through secondary school, but I think he mentioned that he didn't have a lot of friends in secondary school. And I was like, "Oh, well, I can be your friend." And he told me not to swear around him. And I was like, "Oh, what? Okay." So that was something. This is crazy life experiences. You're in the bus right now, and you're watching me. Doesn't Twitch take up a lot of data? You just watch? Okay. Well, hi. I was telling them about the crazy ass JC story of that one CCA mail. I don't know if I told you. I think I did at some point. But yeah, I'm actually a guy. Oh, shit. A voice changer? Can't remember which story, not gonna lie. You know the one where I told you where I have a CCA mate? Actually, I don't know if I told you before, but I had a CCA mate who was like, "Oh, I'm here to spread the word of God." Have I ever told you that one? I think you did. Yeah, I think I did. It's like low key crazy. Like, look, I have nothing against Christians. You can do whatever you want, but don't try and like convert other people to your religion. You know. Same goes for any other like stuff. Just let people be people. It's okay to have opinions and choices. She's looking cute. Okay. It's time to do the worst part. The hair. You know, I prepared a sketch for like the next piece in case I finish this today. Except I don't think we're finishing it today. It's already 4:35. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours. I'm not even done. This is how slow my art process is. Did you see? Tenzin Kai. I have no idea what that is. Is it Valo stuff? Mm. Mm. Uh. Speaking of Valo stuff, you know, the the BGM I'm using today is from Riot Games. Mm. Riot Games music, creator safe collection, you know. Mm. Engaged? Who was engaged? Role model couple. Did someone break up? Did someone cheat? What's going on? They broke up after 6 years and engagement. Oh shit, bro. What's the drama? What's the tea? Tell me the tea. Breakup season apparently. Isn't this not supposed to be the season of love? Valentine's Day is so close. You say they just grew apart and stopped growing individually? After 6 years? How does one grow apart after 6 years? Are you not supposed to like be at a stable place in your relationship? No. Well, human relationships work in a strange way. I think I drew this wrongly. Some people get bored of each other after being together for a really long time. But isn't the whole point of being in a relationship is if you stay with that person even after it gets boring? Isn't love supposed to be boring? That's my sketch layer. Probably agreeing to different people and didn't see the same future. Something like that happens, especially when together since high school. Since high school? Damn. People breaking out the really long relationships scare me. Well, I mean, relationships is supposed to be like the effort you put into it, right? If someone doesn't put effort into it, then there's no point. Am I just blind, or is there like... Yeah, this looks better. Okay. Just know, guys, if you ever get into a relationship and you start to doubt yourself, being like, this is low-key kind of boring. Do I still want to be with this person? Just know that love is supposed to be boring. There was never supposed to be all the dramas and whatnot. I'm putting it all on one reason. True, but like, man, unfortunate, really. Am I blind? Hello, Nyan. I'd much rather someone break up with me than cheat. That's true. Yeah, I'd rather you break up because like you lost feelings or whatnot, other than, you know, cheating. Like if you break up for personal reasons, okay, fine, whatever. That's on you. But if you cheat, you're just a horrible person at that point. What you cheating for? Ew, that's why I used the wrong shade of red. Whoops. What do you mean cheat? Relationship cheat. Like the hackers? No, I don't think you can hack in a relationship. Like relationship type of cheating, you know? Fuck. I have a friend who had a really long, stable relationship, both really green flags. I really thought they were on track to get married. They broke up. Oh no. Do you know the reason why though, or? How do I hack my way into a girl's heart? Um. Well, first be interested in what she's interested in. And food, yes, food. We're simple creatures. We just like food. You at first attract someone with food, and then you start getting to know them. Grow out the relationship, different values. Fair enough, I guess. Okay, you know how to cook then? Even better, you can impress a girl with with your cooking. Sorry, it's my creaky ass chair. My chair is really creaky. I'm sorry. How to bait foodie girls? You just know that 90% of the time, food works. Speaking as a girl, 90% of the time, food works. You just gotta learn what that girl likes. Yeah. You show interest in them and like what they're interested in. And don't. Well, there are different layers to what you should and should not do when it comes to a relationship. I feel. Everyone is different. You gotta learn how to communicate. You gotta test out what works, what doesn't. And then, well, it also depends on the girl herself, right? Like, there are some who are really open to communication, in which case communicate. There are some who are not that open to communication. And you have to slowly encourage them out of their shell. Maybe it was something that had to do with their past experiences or whatnot. But communication is key when it comes to relationships. I know a lot of people have said that, but it is true. And just know that 90% of the time, if a girl is angry, she's probably hangry, and you can try feeding her first. Hey, shit. No. Should I brought my iPad? I want to draw. Do you have time to draw out there? Barbs are awake. Do you hear them? They are indeed. I think they've woken up from their afternoon nap. I think I'll end stream after I color in the hair. I think my parents want to go out for dinner. But yeah, this is typically how an art stream would go. typically we just sit around and we chat about stuff. Should I see the MLP card? Yeah, sure. Oh my god, yes. Actually, I could check, but like, yeah. I think you can order it online right now. I saw the announcement saying that like it's available on Lazada. You like it? It's really chill. Thank you. Yeah, my art streams are usually chill as shit. We talk about random stuff, and then there's just me drawing in the background. I want Applejack and the Palm My Side is there as well. I haven't seen them announce it in stores though. I don't think so anyway. Let me see. Oh wait. No, it's here, it should be in store. She's less angry drawing on stream than IRL. Do I look angry drawing IRL? I like these vibes. Reminds me of when I just yapped with my friend when she painted. Ah, that's nice. Sorry, my throat is like dying also, but like You do? I do? Is it just being like locked in or something? Why is this red? Oh, it's her eye. Oh, never mind. You somehow always go. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. You know, stretch. He get pissed and continue drawing. You know, it does sound like me. Someone rage bait. Blue does try that all the time. Did you not see? Honestly, I think if I was really angry, I'd probably just give a silent treatment. Like, you know, that one time with my mom for 3 days straight. Mother, yeah, mother. A just chatting stream, you just get rage baited. I can see that happening actually. I can see people trying their best to rage bait me, and I'm just like, well, gambare. The 3-day the 3-day incident. Mother, do you remember? Do you remember the 3-day incident? It can go on longer. It could have gone on longer. I could have probably stretched it to a week, to be honest. Your stream's very nice compared to mine. I miss this. Do you miss the chill vibes? Your stream now is just like chaotic low-key. Hello, Byakuya. Hello, hello. Sorry, my voice is like dying a little bit. It's not fully recovered. It's still a little hoarse. Before anybody starts to mention it, I did not eat a horse. I was not that hungry. Nay. Yeah, I say that every single time now. Whenever it's by E-skill. Nay. Hons. Your stream is really nice too. Different vibe though. Exactly. It's just a vibe. Your stream is good too. Don't worry. I love it. It's really good work BGM. Why'd you eat Zibai? My bad, bro. I was hungry. What do you want from me? Umazing, umazing, umapyo, umapyo. Ah, Jesus, I'm dying, guys. Hello, Charlie. Umazing. Have you logged in Uma? No, actually, I haven't. I haven't logged in Uma. I haven't logged in Genshin. I haven't logged into any of my games today. I finished lunch, sat down, and immediately started streaming art. Does everyone here play Uma? Blue doesn't play Uma, but she knows the like basic stuff in there. Yeah, she watches me play Uma. We are hey. Uma zing, Uma pyoy, Uma pyoy. You guys want me to post this drawing in the art channel, by the way, after I'm done with it? Are you guys interested to see? I mean, I'll post it on Instagram also, but like, do you want to see up close detail because Instagram quality is shit? Yes, of course. Post them all. The entire dessert series? I already posted some on my Instagram though. Yeah, she got a Lambie. Post in your server too. Your friends are scary. Low key. I'm scared of them. Can I expose you for a bit? I just want to expose your well, like one of your voice channels name. Do you mind if I do that? Your friends are scary. May I expose your voice channel name? Is it? Yes, it is that one. I see it. Yes. It is. Is it? Yes, it is. That's the one. Yeah. His For those who don't know, we were invited into a server with Charlie's friends. They were nice. Very excited to see my art for some reason. And then you know, I looked around a bit. For some reason, one of the friggin' like voice channel is called that. Yeah. Cause it's an art server. Well, yes, but like, you know what? And never mind. I don't need to explain. That explains everything. What can I say? Are people just crazy like that? You know? I mean, you've been watching me for a while. You know how I'm like. I'm a little unhinged sometimes. I know that BGM. Yeah, it's the one that you recommended to me. I posted that thing we drew on our channel, my server. I saw. Yeah, it's so cute. I love it. You should make it into a. You should make it into a sticker someday. You did. Yeah, you did. You sent me the link and everything, and I saved it. I've had it on repeat, like the entire video for this entire stream. It's just looping. I think it was also an art stream actually. where I was like, "Do you guys know of any good BGM music that will not get copyright strike?" And then you send me the link. I was like, "Ah, okay, yeah." I plan on doing new emotes, guys, for like subscriptions. Give me ideas. What character you drawing? My character. Isn't she cute? Look, I just use Spotify BGM. I would, but then if I do that and Twitch recognizes the music, it's gonna get like muted, and the VOD will be muted. So like, yeah, I usually use Spotify. Hmm. 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 A noted emote. I feel like I use it. Hmm. I have to like. I have to take it down. Where's my sticky part? No, I'll use my phone. Sis has long legs. I'm sorry. I always draw them with long legs because I have long legs. The legs in your starting soon page are so long. Do you guys just like stare at my starting screen for a bit? Do you like look at the details and whatnot? I do have long legs. What do you want from me? Let me see. I contemplate my life while I wait. A noted a freaky tongue emote. Hmm. That's an idea that I will consider. Will I draw it? Who knows? What else? A nom nom emote? A nom nom emote? Nom nom. For when I'm snacking on stream, huh? Okay, I've been thinking about this for a while actually. Do you guys want like a slurp emote? All these are going in the subscription, by the way. My free slots are like gone. I don't have any more free slots. I can't use 2 accounts at the same time. Are you not able to? Yes? A slurp emote? Okay. Slurp emote is a slurp emote. Anything else? Why is an elephant hiding behind a lamppost? Well, I guess we'll never know. You're officially in Ocha. Okay, see ya. I'll see you tomorrow. You bullying me? You can just own up if it is you. It's okay. me find a pic, low-key. A pic? Let me see. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Nyan loves your stream so much he watches on 2 accounts. Oh, that's so cute! What? You love me that much? I have a whole list of possible emotes that I can do. Thanks guys for the ideas. I will get started on them once I finish this whole series. Probably. Not that account? Like actually? Wait. Like for real, for real? You can't do this to me. I'm actually really freaking gullible. Only have one device. Ain't that rich? This is cute. I like it. I don't usually draw in chibi, by the way. This is just a treat for this series. Well, to be fair, actually, my emos are chibis also. Yeah, my throat. I'm gonna drink water. Water. Oh, okay, that's better. Nyan, don't go. Everybody here misses you. I wonder how tomorrow's stream is gonna go. Actually, we talked about the idea, but we were like, we're gonna YOLO. Did you see a pic of my support pool? Oh, the Uma one. I did. I did. You got two mati kane fuku kitaru. You know, if you gave me those two, I would have a MLB. An MLB mati kane fuku kitaru. I'm just saying. I legit slit my finger trying to get a single pull with ticket and happened to get one copy. Did you decide that, oh, since I already did it, I might as well just do another 10 pull? Why is there a run? None. The rest is because I'm addicted to gambling. Ah, okay. Understandable. You know what? I mean, of course we are, right? We play Uma Musume, we play Genshin. They're both gacha games. Gotta do shading. Ah, I missed the spot. No. Okay. I would do like hair rendering on stream, but that would take me forever. I don't think we all have that time. Or at least I don't have that time. So I'm just gonna do shadow and whatnot, like where the darker part should be, and then we're gonna end stream. I'm honestly just farming spring characters for new CM now. Nothing better to do since they removed the what career EXP event. Oh, I haven't touched a hot spring ticket in years. I just got one yesterday. I was doing a run for nice nature. I wanted to like build a better debuffer, but then I forgot all my debuff cards. But I still got an A rank nice nature anyway. I'm like, what's the point of this? She only has like one debuff skill. It's okay. When it comes to the sprint CM, I'm just gonna send in my freaking Taiki shuttle. Whether she wins or not is a different story. Taiki shuttle. Did you guys see that Bakshin GIF? Bakshin GIF? The one where she just goes Bakshin, Bakshin, Bakshin. She terrorized every single sprint. Exactly! So I'm gonna terrorize them too. Will I actually? No, probably not. She doesn't know. I don't think I do. Would you like to let me know? Is this safe to let me know? Or do you want to protect my innocence? You'll see eventually. Now I'm scared to scroll social media. Freaky GIF? Your eyes are too innocent for this kind of thing? Oh. Do I still want to know? I like how you say my eyes are too innocent for this kind of thing, but I'm just like, I sometimes come across smut on Twitter. I actually couldn't open my Twitter in public without worrying. For this one Bakshin thing, really? I need monies, please. Bro, I don't have monies either. I don't know who you're asking from. Trust me, you'll definitely see on Twitter. Eventually. Oh no. Maybe it's not a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. I still need to draw this piping bag. Shit. Okay. Maybe when I start rendering, I'll make like the piping bag a little squished. But not today. Not right now, at least. She needs her debuff skills. You know which support card has really good debuff skills? Or at least a lot of debuff skills? The rice shower one. The rice shower stamina. The rice shower stamina has the most debuff skills I've ever seen. The story quest one? Yes. That's the one. I used that card when I was making my first debuff for Nice Nature. I only have 2 copies from redeems, but I only have 1. It's just the first one that they gave. I never got anything else afterwards. I don't even have club points because I didn't join any club. I would join my friend's club, but her club is low-key kind of hardcore about it. And I was like, maybe not. Maybe not. Just join a random one. What did they mean? What did they hardcore and mean? That's the worst combo ever. As long as the bus C rank, free carrots per reset. I've been missing out on carrots, bro. But what do they mean? Okay, you know what we should do? Let's threaten to stop playing the game. You know what we should do? If we ever get more Uma players in the server, we should just like create our own club. And then nobody will be mean. Yeah. Okay, based off everything that we have so far, isn't she cute? Isn't my character cute? She's adorable. I haven't shaded her skin, but it's adorable. Wow. This is going to be a piping bag. I'm gonna make it a little bit crumpled. Yeah. She was great. Cute. Yay! I'm so happy. Damn. I really took like 3 hours to render this one character. Reminds me of red hair reminds me of Himiko. I'm not gonna lie, you're not the first person to tell me that. And I'm like, no. Himiko was not an inspiration for this, but you know, okay. You got that lovers. Oh my god, Yaoi in my chat. Holy shit! I think I will stop here for today before my throat gives away and just dies. I think you can tell it's on the verge of dying, actually. Don't die. I'm doing my best, brother. I'm trying. Oh, yeah, you know what? Like, you're dying. Just don't. Just don't. Okay. Correct. Wow. Okay. But yeah, I think I will stop here for today. We rendered loads. Wow, a whole character other than her hair. But I'll do that like off stream. It's okay. When this is done, I will post it in the art channel since you guys want it so much. And yeah, we'll be streaming tomorrow. Blue will be over. We'll be having food and snacking and probably Genshin in the background. Who knows? Who knows what we'll be doing? But we're definitely gonna be streaming, and I'll probably be eating something, and she'll be eating something. So yeah. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for accompanying me for like 3.5 hours. Absolute cinema. Damn, you think so? Oh my god. Okay. But yeah. Oh, it's been a while since I did an art stream. We talked about a lot of things. Jesus. It's been our pleasure. Peak streamer. Oh my gosh. You think so? Yeah, we should do a peak collab again soon. I will let them know whenever they're free. Alright. I gotta go before my throat dies. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to stretch, remember to hydrate. If you haven't eaten something, go eat. Pointing at you. Go eat. And have a good rest of your day. Yeah. Bye bye. Okay, bye. Do you guys want to raid? We can raid to another channel doing art. Or is anybody live right now? I don't know actually. Sure, let's see. Who's live? Me too. I won't be staying long, but we can raid if you want. I'm cool with whatever. It doesn't seem to be having a lot of people that I know live anyway. Well, I guess we're not raiding today. It's okay. Alright. Okay. Bye. Bye guys. Wow.